Hello everyone, have a nice day. Today we will explore what happens when James's mother starts her morning with a phone call that makes her heart drop. Mr. Hoan is asking for a huge amount of money, and the house suddenly feels cold and unsafe, even in daylight. So she quietly meets James at a small cafe, and the two of them try to figure out what Mr. Hoan is really planning. Every word matters. Every step has to be careful, because one wrong move could make things much worse. If you find this story interesting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. The phone vibrated on the cafe table like a warning bell. James's mother froze mid-breath. The quiet shop old men sipping tea, soft music, a spoon tapping glass suddenly felt too bright, too exposed. James's eyes dropped to the screen at the same time as hers. Mr. Hoan. James leaned closer, voice barely a whisper. Answer, Mom, like nothing is wrong. She nodded once and lifted the phone with a steadiness she didn't feel. Hello, she said softly. Mr. Huan's voice came through calm, clipped, and sharp enough to cut. Where are you? She swallowed. I stepped out to buy a few things. I'll be home before noon. A pause too long, too deliberate. Are you alone? Across the small table, James gave her the smallest nod. His hand tightened around the edge of his cup, knuckles pale. Yes, she lied gently. I'm alone. Another silence, then slower. Come home early. I need to see you. Do not go anywhere else. All right, she replied, sweetness practiced like armor. I'll come home. The line went dead, but the pressure stayed, sitting in the air between them like thunder that hadn't struck yet. James's mother exhaled shakily, eyes shining with fear she refused to let fall. When he calls like that, her voice cracked, then steadied. It's never only words. James's jaw clenched. He's testing you. Her gaze flicked to the window, to the peaceful street outside, as if the morning itself was pretending innocence. He moved first, she whispered, at dawn. And just hours earlier, it had begun exactly like that quiet, controlled, deceptively ordinary. The house looked perfect, clean floors, polished furniture, servants moving like shadows. Yet she had felt it before she heard the heavy silence of a man preparing to command. Mr. Huan had entered the living room without warmth, without greeting, without even the small courtesy of sitting. I need you to prepare a very large amount of cash, he said, today. She kept her hands still on her lap, as if calm could hide the storm. A very large amount, she asked. May I know why? Business, he answered immediately. A deal. Don't ask questions. Just prepare it. Business. The word he used to lock every door. She lowered her eyes. All right, I will prepare for it. He turned to leave, satisfied until she spoke lightly, like a wife making simple conversation. James has been in Cambodia for a long time, she said. Has he still not returned? Mr. Hoan paused just a breath, a tiny stiffness at his mouth. He's busy, he said. He'll come back when he's done. She smiled faintly, as if she believed him. Inside, cold anger bloomed. She had already seen her son secretly, briefly, and the worry in his eyes had been real enough to bruise her heart. I worry, she said quietly. He is my son. Mr. Huan's gaze sharpened. Focus on what I asked you to do and stay home. Then he left her with his order like a chain around her wrist. She had done exactly what he wanted, counted carefully, bundled the bills, and packed them into a heavy bag that felt like it could drag a soul under. Before closing the safe, she wrote a few plain lines in a small notebook. Time, amount, his words, calm notes, dangerous notes. When she handed him the money bag, he barely looked at her. "Good," Mr. Huan said. "I'll be back around noon. Don't go anywhere." And when the front door closed behind him, she made one short call, the kind that could change endings. "James," she whispered, "meet me." The small cafe near the side street, the quiet one. Now, sitting across from her, James's eyes were darker than the tea in his cup. How much did he take? "More than ever," she said. "Enough that it can't be ordinary." James's voice dropped, steady and dangerous. "Then Dad isn't planning a deal, he's planning a storm." James didn't move for a second after he said it. The cafe noise kept going, cups clinking, someone laughing softly, yet his mother felt like the world had narrowed into one question. What was Mr. Huan about to do with that money bag? She reached across the table and covered James's hand with both of hers. Her palm was warm, but her fingers trembled. "Listen to me," she whispered. "You cannot rush at him. If you confront him, he will turn it into your fault. He will call you unfilial, reckless, unstable. He'll make you look like a storm." James's throat tightened. "So I just watch him destroy everything?" "No," she said firmly. "We move like him, quietly, first." James's eyes flashed, then softened because beneath the anger, he was still her son. Still the boy who used to sleep holding her wrist, afraid she would disappear in the night. "Mom," he said, voice rough. "What are you hiding from me?" She swallowed. "I'm not hiding. I'm trying to protect you." He held her gaze. "Then let me protect you too." For a moment, the fear in her chest loosened just a little because she realized she wasn't alone anymore. She pulled her phone closer and opened her notes, showing him the lines she'd written. The time Mr. Hoan demanded cash, the exact amount, his command to stay home, his promise to return at noon. James read silently, jaw tight. "Dad's building an alibi," he muttered. "If anything goes wrong, he'll say you gave him the money willingly and you don't know what he used it for." "And if I refuse," she said, "he will punish me and punish you." James leaned back, eyes scanning the window again, like he was calculating the shape of the street, the exits, the shadows. Where would he go with a bag like that? His mother's voice dropped lower. "He has a habit when he's doing something dirty. He doesn't use the main gate." James's gaze snapped back to her. "The side entrance near the storage garage." She nodded. "And he always checks the cameras." James's lips pressed into a line. "Then we give him something to see." He reached into his pocket and slid a small object onto the table, no bigger than a coin. "I brought this. It's not complicated. It records sound and time. You don't have to touch it. Just keep it in your bag." She stared at it, heart racing. "James." He caught her fear and softened his voice. "Mom, I'm not asking you to fight him. I'm asking you to survive him." Outside, the morning sun climbed higher, bright and innocent, as if it didn't know what was being decided in the corner of that cafe. She folded the tiny device into her purse, hands shaking. What do you want me to do? James lowered his voice to a whisper. Go home like normal. Apologize for being out. Smile, be gentle, and when Dad comes back, get him talking. Her breath hitched. He won't talk. He will, James said quietly, if you say the right thing. His mother looked into her son's eyes and saw something that hurt. Love and pain layered together, like a bruise you keep touching to prove it's real. What about you? She asked. James's gaze turned hard again. I won't go inside. He'll feel me. I'll stay outside, close enough to hear, far enough not to be seen. She nodded slowly, then forced herself to stand. I have to go. James stood too. For a second, he looked like he wanted to hug her the way he used to, like a child. But he didn't. He only reached out and squeezed her hand. Be careful, Mom. Her smile trembled. You too. As she left the cafe, she didn't look back because if she saw her son standing there, watching her walk into danger, she might turn around and run. At home, she stepped through the front door and made her voice light. I'm back, she called, as if she'd only been buying vegetables. The house answered with silence. She moved slowly through the living room. Everything was neat, everything was perfect, but she could feel the tension under it like a floor that looked solid until you stepped in the wrong place. A maid appeared, eyes lowered. Madam, Mr. Huan hasn't returned yet. Her chest tightened. He said noon. Yes, madam. She nodded, forcing her breathing to calm. Then she walked upstairs, closed her bedroom door, and pressed her forehead to the wood for one long second. In her purse, the tiny device felt like a secret heartbeat. Minutes crawled. At exactly 11:52, a car rolled into the driveway. Her stomach dropped. She went downstairs, smoothing her hair, shaping her face into something gentle. The front door opened and Mr. Huan stepped in his suit crisp, his eyes sharp, his expression unreadable. You're home, he said. Yes, she replied, soft. I'm sorry, I didn't want you to worry. He studied her like she was a document he hadn't signed yet. Where did you go? A small shop, she lied, just to clear my head. Mr. Hoan walked past her toward the living room, and she followed, heart pounding so hard she feared he could hear it. He set the money bag on the table like it was nothing. Her mouth went dry. You came back early. I finished what I needed, he said. Then he looked at her again, sudden and cold. Did you speak to James? The question hit like a slap. She forced her eyes to widen in surprise. James? No, why would I? Mr. Huan's gaze narrowed, searching for a crack in her voice, a tremor in her hands. Because he's been moving strangely. I don't like it. She swallowed carefully. He's your son. Maybe he's just tired. Mr. Hoan's lips curved into something that wasn't a smile. He's my son, yes, which means he should know his place. Her nails dug into her palm. And what is his place, Hoan? The air shifted. Dangerous. Mr. Hoan leaned forward slightly. To obey. Her heart hammered, but she kept her voice low and steady like a wife begging, like a mother bargaining. Huan, she said softly, whatever you're planning, please don't drag James into it. For the first time, Mr. Huan's expression cracked just a flicker of irritation, like she'd touched a nerve he didn't want exposed. I don't drag him, he said. He drags himself when he forgets who gave him everything. Outside, beyond the curtains, a shadow moved near the side wall James, close enough to hear, hidden enough to survive. Her lips parted, voice trembling on purpose now. Then why do you need so much cash? Mr. Hoan's eyes locked onto hers. Because, he said slowly, storms don't start by themselves. And in that moment, she realized the money bag wasn't just money. It was a match, and Mr. Huan had already lit it.
Lúc rạng sáng, ông Hoan đòi mẹ của James một khoản tiền mặt rất lớn, nói rằng là để kinh doanh, nhưng thái độ lạnh lùng của ông ta cho thấy điều gì đó mờ ám hơn. Bà mẹ James làm những bí mật ghi chép lại chi tiết rồi khẩn trương sắp xếp một cuộc gặp kín đáo với James tại quán cà phê. Tại đó họ nhận ra ông Hoan đã ra tay sử dụng túi tiền như một kế hoạch lớn hơn và tạo ra bằng chứng ngoại phạm. James khuyên mẹ không nên đối chấp trực tiếp với ông Hoan, thay vào đó họ quyết định hành động nặng lẽ, thu thập bằng chứng. Bà trở về giả vờ như mọi chuyện bình thường trong khi James lẩn trốn gần đó. Khi ông Hoan đến sớm hơn dự kiến, ông ta chất vấn bà gay gắt, nghi ngờ James và căng thẳng leo than. Bà cẩn thận thúc ép ông ta nói ra và ông Hoan tiết lộ sự thật rùng rợn, báo tố không tự nhiên mà có.